Hello everyone, Be Vicious here. It is September 3rd, 2015. 2 weeks ago, I had said I was going to start taking requests and doing what would be called the Top 10 Tuesday, where, because I've been pretty swamped recently, so it's been hard for me to do guitar covers. And I said each Tuesday I would do a top 10 list of something, and I would take your requests and do them. The last 2 weeks I've been pretty lazy and just I I've been slacking, truth be told. So I really need to get back on that. I know it's not Tuesday, but I do feel that I owe you guys definitely at least one since I have missed the past 2 weeks. So for today, I have somebody made this request and they made it twice on both videos that I posted. So today I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite 80s riffs. The first rule is going to be that there's only one riff per band, so to make it fair, so that everyone has a chance to get in. And Pretty much that's it. First, I'm going to start out with some honorable mentions, and then we'll get to the top 10. So for honorable mentions, I've got Mr. Scary by Dokken, Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. I know a few of you may be like, oh, not only is it Paradise City, not Welcome to the Jungle or Sweet Child of Mine, it's in the honorable mentions. Basically, though Sweet Child of Mine is, it's overplayed. I've heard it a million times. And Welcome to the Jungle, while I enjoy the hell out of that riff, there's a lot of riffs like it. So not obviously not the same, but they're very similar in music and notes and what's being played. So that's why I chose Paradise City. Beat It by Michael Jackson. Can't everyone knows that riff. Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Another one, Bites the Dust by Queen. I have a blast playing that riff. The da na na da na 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 na, and the riff that I'm really talking about for this is the jazzy riff. The da na da na da na da 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 da. When I did the guitar cover, I had a blast of playing that, and it's definitely something I continue to play to this day. Then we have YYZ by Rush, Madhouse by Anthrax, and Cult of Personality by Living Colour. So let's get started with this top 10 now, shall we? At number 10, I have Rude Mood by Stevie Ray Vaughan. This song, whenever I listen to this song, I just make sweet, sweet love to the sound of Stevie Ray Vaughan making sweet, sweet love to that guitar. And just the riffs that he puts in between the solo areas, they're just so catchy and they drive and they flow with the song so well and they perpetuate into the next solo that's going in there so well. So I just feel like this is it's a fantastic song, one of the best instrumentals that I know, and just the riffage on here is just crazy. Next at number 9, I have Creeping Death by Metallica. Now, if anybody have watched my top 10 bands, they know I'm a bigger Megadeth fan than Metallica. But I'm going to sit here and tell you that there's no Megadeth on this list. In terms of Megadeth's riffage, the best riffage comes in the early '90s, with stuff off of Rust in Peace and Countdown to Extinction. They were more traditional thrash in the '80s, and while I would have put Peace Sells on here, that's a bass riff, not a guitar riff. So with Creeping Death, this was another song that I've covered and that I really enjoyed playing, and this is a riff that I play all the time, and it's so stupid simple, and it's almost cute how simple it is. And this song has become a staple for them live, and I feel it's so powerful, but just so simple. It's not, just playing it. It requires a good amount of down strumming and fast picking, but it's really not. It's not that extensive or hard. It just sounds vicious, I guess would be the good word to put it. Next at 8, we've got Holy Diver by Dio. And I don't really think I have to go much into this riff. I mean, this is one of the most popular riffs there are. You start playing it. People start, if they're not playing it, they'll start going da 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 da. They'll start doing that with you, and then they start singing. So this is a riff it's just powerful. It's basic. It just catches you, and it's something that it'll beat the test of time. Then at 7, I've got Hot for Teacher by Van Halen. I love this riff. It's so upbeat. It just it gets you going, and it's just I love it. Eddie did a great job on this entire song, whether it be the riffage or the way the song is written. But I really like that you hear it in both a distortion and a clean sound. So that's one reason that I really put this riff above other riffs that Van Halen have done. So now we're at number 6, and I have this may confuse and surprise a few of you, but I have Aces High by Iron Maiden. I'm sure a lot of you will be like, really, not the Trooper? I mean, yes, that is the song that got me the most views on YouTube and whatnot. But to me, Aces High is the song. Like literally, if it isn't for this, if outside of the solo, this entire song is a riff. They've got just different. The intro is an awesome riff. The pre-chorus is an awesome riff. The chorus is an awesome riff. The pre-chorus is an awesome riff. And then they just hit their basic chords while he's doing. I can't wait to have that on the video. So as my little brother playing League of Legends. But as I was saying, the chorus is just hitting notes before the bridge, which is also another awesome riff. So it's just riff on top of riff on top of riff on. So this is more of a collective riffage song for me than the Trooper, which is just the one memorable riff and then just a bunch of and a bunch of gallops. So now we're entering into the top 5. At number 5, I have Back in Black by AC/DC. So as you all know, AC/DC's vocalist passed away. They got a new guy. And Back in Black is the first album they put out with the new vocalist. And this was the correct song to choose as the title track, and the correct the way the song starts at just it punches you right in the face. And this song is just it embodies that power. Like, we're still around, we're still here, we're still and it just got the da-na-na, da-na-na, and then everyone. I feel like everyone's favorite part is the da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I just it's great, and then the da-na-na-na-na, and they even on the last part of that second part of the riff just plays the same note 2 times in a row, just instead of on the it goes from the A string to the E string. So I just feel like even though it's the same note, you still feel like a difference in notes. It's weird. And they really just the whole song is just so memorable and so driving, and the riff definitely plays a main part into that, and also the riff right before the final solo was also a blast to play when I did this cover. So next at number 4, I've got Raining Blood by Slayer. Now I gotta tell you, this riff is my absolute favorite thing about this entire band. The Slayer I find to be one of the most overrated bands there are. I do enjoy them, but to me, Slayer is just, it's, I understand what they are and what they embodied when they first came out, and how, like, there's definitely a generation gap with it, but it's so teenage angst to me. They are the embodiment of teenage angst, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. They've got, very good lyrics and whatnot, but to me, Slayer is just Kerry King strumming as fast as he can on the E string. Jeff Hanneman, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. Not Jeff Hanneman, sorry. Dave Lombardo. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Noise for solos, and Tom Araya just yelling. While what he's yelling is significant and good. It's just that's what I hear when I hear Slayer, and it's the same sound. But with this Raining Blood, this riff is so goddamn fucking awesome. It's just like the first time I heard this, I went, "Whoa, this is awesome!" It's just, I feel like this song, that riff captures the entire vibe of the entire song, and then they continue on with the rest of the song. It's not as good as the riff, in my opinion, but like I do enjoy the rest of the song. Like, this song is by far my favorite by this band, but that riff, it's so dark, it's so powerful, and then you have the buildup of the rain and the thunder before it, and this riff really was a home run. So next, at number 3, we have Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. There's really not much I have to talk about this one. It's the classic Randy Rhoads, and just everyone knows Crazy Train. Everyone knows that riff, and that's one of the first riffs you learn on guitar. It was one of the first riffs I learned on guitar. It's very easy. I play it all the time, and people are very, yeah, why it's at number 3 is yeah, it's just an awesome riff. So yeah, there's really not much to talk about Crazy Train because I'm sure, yeah, that's that. So number 2, I feel like I may get a few why is this above Crazy Train, but I put Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue. This song, this riff, the I feel that captures the whole like just the rush of adrenaline. The whole song is written about how Nikki Sixx had I believe it was two, pumps of adrenaline pumped into his heart when he was having he passed, he was dying pretty much, and when they did the adrenaline, that this is the song that was created, and I feel like he this riff was definitely created and could definitely capture that feeling of just waking up and just ready to go. And then the main verse riff is just, I'm sure you may or may not have saw my guitar cover of this song, but I was having a blast playing this baby. So just the riffage in this song as a whole was a great, and so I love having music that gets my blood pumping and just gives me energy, and there is no song and riff that really quite does it like Kickstart My Heart. So that's why I have it at number 2. But number 1, the number 1 best riff of the 1980s, I'm going to have to give to The Hellion Electric Eye by Judas Priest. This is another one that doesn't really require much explanation. It is the intro. There's no better intro than The Hellion, period. End of sentence. Any singular introduction to an album or a song, there's nothing better than this. It is so you just get that feeling when the Hellion starts, and when it kicks into the Electric Eye and you hear that riff, it's just like, let's go. Great. Judas Priest is just an amazing band, and the guitar work as a whole from this band is fantastic. But they really got the best of their guitarists in their riffs, of whether no matter what decade it was in, they just fantastic work. And this is the song that definitely it captures me. So there you have it. There's my top 10. What did you think of my top 10? Anything you would add, take out? What's your top 10? I'd definitely like to hear it, and you can expect on-time videos coming forward. Make sure to subscribe and give me any requests on any top 10s you would like me to post. So with that being said, have a great day, and hopefully my brother will shut the hell up sometime soon.